One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. First down, and they go right back to him. Has another lane. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
Here we go.
They're now set for 1st and 10. Back to the well again. And it took a couple of guys to hold him down there after a gain of just 1.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
Here we go.
Man in motion, out of the slot. On play action, here's Stroud. He's on the move. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And brings up 3rd down.
Look at how well the coverage held up on that play. Even as the QB escapes the pocket and buys extra time secondary, well, they got real sticky, stay tight, and force the throw away.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down.
Look at hot, look at hot.
Shotgun now for Stroud. Buys time, rolling right. And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down.
Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. Rather than force something with no one open and risk a turnover, he wisely just threw it away.
And that one is good. A little longer, but no problem at all. And the opening drive of the game ends in 3 points.
A dependable kicker, man. That is a coach's best friend. Saves him so much stress to have a guy he can really trust to go out and hit it from that distance consistently. Because from that far out, no kick is a guarantee.
Now bottle him up as he gets the return to the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Trey Benson. Oh, he gets clobbered behind the line.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
All right, here we go. 2nd down.
Let's go now. Go track, go track. Ready?
Whiteout's getting involved in the ground game. Big gain, has them across the 40. It's a gain of 22. And that's good for a Bills 1st down.
Didn't take a rocket scientist to know, Kate. They wanted to get the ball in this guy's hands any way they could, not just in the passing game, and he just showed you why. This defense not prepared for his impact on the ground.
Go.
First tone of the game for James Cook. And he's able to work this down to the 41. Just a little short, but still a 9-yard pickup. That's going to bring up 2nd and 1.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid gain, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down. Give him 9 on that play, and it's enough for the 1st.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Benson once more. He gets forward, and that's about 4 yards. Kalen Bullock up to make the stop.
You know, these are the kind of runs, Kate, that a balanced game plan and a balanced offense is built on. It gets you good yardage, it sets up your play action, and it keeps that defense honest.
So now here's 3rd and 5.
Here we go, here we go.
And they'll stop him after a short pickup to the 24. And that's going to bring up a tough decision here for them on 4th down.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Looks like they will indeed try it. 4th and 2.
Here we go.
He'll pass it this time. That's cut beyond the marker. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
19 tiger. Alert.
Benson on 1st and 10. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
They've set themselves up well for an opening drive touchdown here, Brock. It's 1st and goal. Benson. Runs it in. Touchdown, Buffalo. The Bills finish off their opening drive. Trey Benson, the touchdown. No doubt about that one, Brock. They softened that defense up with that lengthy opening series, and then the front just couldn't stand up to the run as they reached the end zone.
Yeah, the numbers tell you, kind of just like baseball, you love home runs, you love explosive plays, but when you can play small ball and you can keep that defense gasping on the field, you can often run it right down their throats in the red zone.
Ready to send this one away. Return coming from the 6. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Stroud off the play fake. Caught, nice gain left side. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. That goes for 36 yards. And the Texans are going to have a 1st down. New slated downs to approach here from the 40. On 1st down, they'll run. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Hey, look, Kate, you can't just ask one tackler to go mano-a-mano and stop this guy. You got to have the cavalry coming. One guy makes a hit, the others are there to clean up and pile on, because one-on-one, he's going to run right through you.
They put a receiver in motion right. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. We're a quarter of the way through on this chilly winter afternoon. Neither side separating much so far. We'll return to Highmark Stadium in just a moment. Welcome back. We'll begin the second quarter with the Texans in possession. They have it second down, well inside of field goal range. Looking right, and he finds him. And he's brought down at the 17-yard line. They get 13 on the pickup. And it sets up a Houston first.
I'm sure Coach, the play caller, doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
He brings it in. And he's going to be tackled, but still all the way down to the 6. A nice pickup of 11 there, Brock, and they'll have first and goal to figure out.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
And he won't get anything there. Several defenders nearby to hold him up. He couldn't get anything there, and now it's second and goal.
You know, Kate, these are the situations in training camp that I love more than anything to watch. You learn so much about a football team in these goal-to-go situations. You know you got to protect that goal line, and the defense, well, it did the job on first down. More to come.
Man in motion, headed right. Taps it quick to the receiver coming across. And he pushed for it, but they managed to stop him at the 2. It's a 3-yard pickup. That moves them a little bit closer. Third and goal coming up.
Here we go, let's go.
Handoff now, running right. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Just a 1-yard pickup there. Now a call to make on fourth and goal from the 1. Out comes the field goal team for the Texans. Angling this one in from the right hash to challenge here.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm, and no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm and start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
Things trim back down to a single point, Brock, as they send this off and away. His return starts at the 5. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. They're out and set, first and 10.
Check, Panther. Let's go.
And off to Benson to start the drive. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards.
That's a pretty good stop on first down. This defense now gets a chance to dictate, and that's what all the great defenses want to do, Kate. They want to dictate it on their terms and not just be reacting to what the offense is always doing.
Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down.
Come on, set.
Staying on the ground with Benson. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they wheel him in. A 9-yard gain and good for a first down.
I think with that call, they were trying to set him up with a short third down run, but he said, nope, not on my watch. I'll just go get it all right here. Now, playbook's wide open for first and 10.
Oh, he gets clobbered behind the line.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Hey, check that, street.
And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
This coordinator tried to show some trust and belief in his offense. A run after a negative run? Well, you lose a lot of equity and belief in that coordinator. I don't think he's going to try a third run after back-to-back negative losses.
This drive in some serious trouble. It's 3rd and 12.
70 range. Check. Go, street. Go, Reed. Go. Hurt.
This time he's looking to throw. Oh, he put everything he had into that throw. Well, they had the look, certainly didn't shy away from it, but couldn't connect. And now they're stuck facing fourth down.
The trajectory of that ball changes while it's in flight. I'll tell you this, Kate, on shorter throws, these receivers are so good to adjust, can still bring it in. But over a long distance, a tip like that alters the course of the ball, and it sure makes it tough to adjust in time.
And he puts together a nice little return there before they're able to bring him down. Got every single bit of that one, didn't he? Over 70 yards on the punt. And the Texans' drive is going to start from deep in their own territory. They'll run here on first down. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
They had the first down by a comfortable margin right there. Remember that play call. Put that one away. Could be a money play for them the next time they're in a similar spot.
Going to the ground again on first. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. It's the 2-minute warning now from Highmark. The Texans with the football. Let's see what they want to do here, partner. It's 2nd and inches. From the gun, here's a handoff. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you wanted to take your shots. And some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No third down required now.
First and 10, ball set up at the 48.
Here we go.
Right up the gut. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
Ooh, I like that call. I really like it with those sticks. You can keep them on the sidelines, and you get more than enough to get the first down.
First down now, ball at the 39-yard line.
Oh,
Quick touch pass to the receiver. And he's brought down for a loss.
On these 1st and 10 calls, defenses are always keyed in that a run might be coming their way. And as soon as the QB turned to give the ball, the entire defense came crashing in to bury them for a loss.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down.
here we go.
Running it now out of the gun. And it's going to be about a 3-yard pickup in the end. Award that tackle to Michael Hall. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Drive in dire straits. It's 3rd and 9. Operating from the gun, it's Stroud. Oh, put some heat on that one, Brock, but it falls incomplete.
I hate those situations, Kate, as a QB. I'm looking for an open passing lane, and I can't find one anywhere. He thought he had one available. Defense did a better job of knocking it away.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And they've taken back the lead.
The wind was at a sails, Kate, and it certainly helped that football fly true and right down the middle. And from that distance, to hit with that accuracy is one impressive shot.
That's going to be taken in at the 8. They'll have decent field position to begin with here, Brock. He's tackled just beyond that 30-yard line. They've got first down here, but just 18 seconds to work with.
Let's go now.
Throwing now from the gun. And this won't be caught. Clock is going to stop. We've got 14 seconds to go.
That's somebody they're going to look for if he has any space deep. That space, though, Kate, just disappeared between when he let that pass go and when he actually made it down the field.
Ready.
Couldn't connect on first. It's second down.
Ready. 60 Bobcat. 60 Bobcat. Go.
Now looking to throw. Into a ton of traffic, and this one's intercepted. And it's a pick six as he runs it in for the touchdown. He not only broke on it to make the pick, Brock, but he was on the move real quick, knowing short field, there's a great chance that he could take that one back for a touchdown.
That's exactly right. In this area of the field, an offense really only gets a second or two to react to that pick and get over and cut off his lanes, and if you don't, well, it's 6 the other way.
Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. They've got 1st and 10, Brock, but time for maybe 2 plays at most if they even want to try anything. Back to throw it. He's going to try to drop it in deep right. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate, Scott, Brock Eward with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. The kicking team all ready for the Texans, and forward they run to send it away. He fields it from the 8. And look at this return. And they'll be looking at some decent field position. He's out of bounds up towards the 35.
Well, that's exactly the way you want to come out of the locker room to begin the second half. And really, Kate, this third phase of the game, the special teams, you just see the boost and the energy they can give to their team when they deliver a nice return to start this second half.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. First give of the game here to Chase Brown. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
They give on second to Benson, and he'll get it up to the 44. They gain a lone yard, but Brock, that's all they needed. First down.
Hey, I know the temptation is there. If I'm thinking in the booth, I know that play caller is too. That could have been a chance to be aggressive. Not the case. Go get the first down like they did, and a new set of downs to work with.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10.
Here we go, set.
Slot man motioned over. Hands it to the receiver here in motion. Oh, look at this sweep. What a hit. He gets flattened to the ground. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
That's just a good play to mix up what you're doing and keep that defense guessing. The execution, that's pretty well done too, creating the space for a solid pickup.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Man in motion here. The give here on 2nd. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They managed 22 on the rip and a first down.
Gosh, gosh, I love that creativity of the play call. Name of the game is putting the ball in the hands of your best, your playmakers, creating matchups for them to take advantage. And this time, not as a receiver, but as a runner. That is job well done.
They'll come up 1st and 10.
Let's go. Ready.
The give now to Benson. He's able to drive them forward into the red zone. Pickup of 8 on the run, and that sets up 2nd and 2.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short.
Come on. Set.
One of the tight ends in motion left.
Ready.
Brown on the inside give. And what a hit there. Alex, she faced the price for moving the chains that time.
You know, Kate, if you notice those guys that love to feed themselves on the field, right? They love to just get more and more. They're hungry for even more. I'll tell you what, that tackle, it prevented something that's going to be a lot bigger, but that back remains hungry.
They have themselves another 1st and 10. Give now to the running back. And he drives this forward to the 6. First down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5.
Go.
It's Benson on the give. And they'll make this stop after a small push to the 5. Offense up to the line fast. Turning to Benson on 3rd. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. 4th down, they'll throw for it. And it's going to be incomplete. Couldn't connect to extend the drive. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
Sometimes a quarterback gets so focused on coverage down the field, you lose sight of those linemen right in front of you. On that occasion, he throws it right to the D lineman. Easy to get the paw up and swat away a potential first down.
Connects with the open man downfield. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. It's a 31-yard play. And the Texans are going to have a first down. Big play to begin the drive. That's up to the 37. Stroud throwing here on 1st. Makes the catch, but does not do it in bounds. It looks like he came down on that sideline. 2nd down coming up.
Boy, offenses that connect in this intermediate zone are so effective. Getting a completion in that area, it not just sparks your offense, but it just turns that aggressive meter way up. They just couldn't quite find the connection.
And he got it real close, but stopped just about a yard or so shy of that first down.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
On the quick, right?
3rd and a lone yard coming up. Off the play fake, he'll throw. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
That is a DB's best phrase, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Trying to push this past the marker. And he'll be brought down after getting it to the 47-yard line. That's a clutch 7-yard pickup, and it pays off the call to go for it on 4th down.
He easily had the yardage for a first, but he was hungry for a lot more. I think that tackle prevented something that was going to be a lot bigger than just a first down pickup.
Here's Stroud on 1st and 10. Dumped off to his running back. Doesn't get much beyond the line, a yard at most. Tackle made by Cole Bishop.
Kid, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. When one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
Makes the grab in bounds, left side. And he's in! Touchdown, Houston! The Texans push their lead further to start the half. So sensational work by the skill man there, Brock. Anytime you can make your quarterback look that good, you know he appreciates it.
That's a quarterback's best friend, no question. But on the other side, gosh, defensively, you got to get that skill player down. Period, end of story. You can't give up that much yards after catch.
The kicking team all ready for the Texans, and forward they run to send it away. That's going to be taken in at the 8. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Panther 11, Panther 11. Riggs, Riggs. Go.
They'll come out throwing. Finds him on the slant. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
Let's go now.
They kick the running back in motion.
Bronco. Check go.
To the air now on 1st and 10. Snared by the running back. Here's Trey Benson. And they make the tackle at the 38. We're through 3 on this holiday weekend. It's Bills football. They trail late, but this game's still very much in reach.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
New set of downs for him at the 38.
Ready? Come 19, come 19. Hut, hut.
Back to pass on 1st and 10. He finds Laporta. And he's stopped at the 31-yard line. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. From the 31. Taking a big shot for the end zone. Oh, no touchdown. It's intercepted. And the Texans are going to take over after his 9th interception of the season.
Well, that's it right there. That's the resilience and the mental toughness that every coach wants to see from his defense. Not a great spot for him. Backed up close enough that they're going to get shots taken in the end zone. But instead of collapsing under pressure, they rose up and they created the takeaway.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Here we go. Let's go. Hey.
Lone back gets the handoff. And all he can get is 1 yard. Ran that right into the defensive front.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get 1st downs against the better defenses in this league.
From the gun, Stroud. Completed over the middle. And he reaches the 17-yard line as he's hauled down.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
Complete beyond the marker. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains. Markers reset, ball at the 37. First down, Stroud. Cut for big yards on the right side. Down to the 10. He goes the distance. Touchdown, Houston. The Texans make it a 3-score game in the fourth. That one right down the middle. And the Texans stretch the lead to 23. The kicking team all ready for the Texans, and forward they run to send it away. No return as this bounces into the end zone. The ball's coming out to the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Offense ready to begin this drive. First and 10. They send a man in motion. Look at this. The wideout gets it to start this drive. And they'll bring him down after a pretty short gain. Manages just a yard on first down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
This is one of those real modest gains, Kate, that I like as a call. Yeah, it's just a little more variety to your playbook. Makes that defense wonder. Those guys on the other side of the ball think a little bit. This dude's not just a receiver. He may get in the run game as well.
Here we go, 2nd and 9. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw, but it's incomplete.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time? Well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
Escapes the pocket. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
Buffalo 18. 70 Rangers, 70 Rangers, 19 Lions. Ready?
To throw here on first down. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. Offense in the hurry up here.
A loss of 5 brings us 2nd and 15. At the 20.
They've got a man in motion.
Go.
Trying again, following the sack. That's complete. Here's Brown. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. They pick up 20 yards there. And that's good for a Bills first down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Caught, nice gain left side. Touchdown, Buffalo! The Bills making the scoreboard look a touch better. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. And you got to protect yourself.
Throwing across his body, and it backfires. Interception! Well, he looked maybe a little unsure of the call, Brock, and that two-point try unraveled out there.
Or maybe they were just surprised by the look this defense came out in. Either way, unfortunately, not a whole lot you can do once that ball snapped. Got to find some way to make that call work.
And the Texans secure that kick, no problem. And they bring him down around the 34. Well, I guess they kind of had to do it here, Brock.
Yeah, it's called a have to. Yeah, kind of have to at this point in the game, huh?
Okay, but like most things in this game, it did not work out for them.
Yeah, let's face it, even if they do recover that, probably not going to find a way to win. But this is a time where you work on things, where you do build to the following week. Got to find a way to flush this because it's just not been their kind of game.
The defense calls a timeout, so that's their first. They still have 2 to work with in this final quarter. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Stroud off the play fake. Throw left side, complete. They get 19, and now they're going to have first and goal.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
They'll break the huddle and come up on first and goal.
Here we go. Good.
They'll try and punch it in. And this is brought to a halt pretty early at about the 8. Now before we reach the 2-minute warning, we've got a timeout. That's the second one used by the defense in this half. 8 yards to go as they get set on second and goal. Motioning him from the slot right. And a massive hit near the goal line to keep him out of the end zone. Now we get a pause, Brock, as the defense uses its final timeout, so the clock only going to stop again at our 2-minute warning.
Look high. Why, Tony?
They'll try him left side. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play. Three plays haven't gotten it done. Now a fourth to try to reach that end zone. On play action, here's Stroud. Flushed out of the pocket. And it falls incomplete. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one.
And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Texans take possession of the football. Now, in that spot, Brock, I think his first priority is just getting a throw of some kind of way and avoiding the safety, right?
Yeah, no question about it, Kate. And I know it's so easy for us up here in this comfy booth, armchair quarterback, but you can't ever relax when you're reading the coverage just because you're worried about taking a safety. You still got to stand, you got to deliver, and you got to take care of the football.
Going ground game again here. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. It's a gain of a yard, but they needed just a couple more inches. Third down.
That offensive group really hoped he was going to get it all right there, reset it back to first down. But instead, the defense, well, they're not going to let anything come easy. And their fight is giving them a chance to stall things out. And third and short.
And he runs it across. Touchdown. The Texans keep adding to that fourth quarter lead. So an exclamation point there. That caps off what, and I think you'd agree, Brock, has been a dominating performance.
Yeah, I would. Really in all phases, too. You know, I thought coming in that this would be a much closer game than how it's turned out to be. And you got to give credit where it's due. This offense has been outstanding throughout.
Mm-hmm. The kicking team all ready for the Texans, and forward they run to send it away. Brings in the kick at the 9. And this drive will start inside the 25. They'll get this drive started. First and 10. they've got him behind the line for a big loss. The defense calls a timeout, so that's their first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Offense to the line for second down. They're throwing it. A bit of desperation on this deep shot. That's complete inside the 35. And he takes it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. The Bills putting up points in a game decided. All right, once again, Bills have the offense out. They're trying for 2.
The Bills are lining up for a 2-point conversion.
79 Broncos. Ready?
He's throwing for it. And he can't connect with his man, so they tried for 2, but it doesn't work out.
37, Bills 19.
Well, don't look up at the clock, everybody. That is certainly not their friend as they get set to try an onside kick. And the Texans get on this kick, and that should do it for this game. And he'll be brought down after getting it to the 47-yard line. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Oh, look at this. He's setting up to throw. The pass ball's incomplete, but was there a reason for it? We see a flag out there. He was too far downfield at the time of the pass. Gotta stay within a yard of the line. That'll back him up. Wow, they're going to pass it here. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. The timeout's taken now as we have 1, possibly 2 snaps remaining in this ball game. They really need some chunk yardage here on second down. Here's the handoff. And a short gain only as he gets up to the 37. Now 4 seconds left. We've got a timeout. Not that the final play is going to change the outcome, but we will get 1 more snap. This undoubtedly the final snap of what's already a decided contest. Here he is on 3rd and long. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Kaiir Elam makes the play. So the Texans come away with the road win. And this streak will live to see another week as they take down yet another opponent over Brock. What has been an incredible stretch of games for them. And with Brock Heward and our EA Sports crew, I'm Kate Scott saying so long from this one. It's a win for the Texans as we say so long from Buffalo.